Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Black Mirror 2. So this game is about half and half as far as alt-tabbing out of it and alt-tabbing back in to see if it will actually put the screen in the top left section like this, where the box would just be this size, or whether it can get the screen all the way down to the right or left. That really is just the tip of the iceberg. If you saw the last recording, there's major bugs, major problems that was literally just the worst.
A light-up soul key made of plastic.
It took us
light in the gloomy night,
banging our head against a wall for probably 30 minutes to get the stupid light-up soul key, which is the exact same animation from the first game, just so we can use it with the hole to go down the hole. And there's a chance that we'll run into another glitch at this point. I saw several glitches mentioned.
It really is the sewers.
And a lot of glitches in what looked like German or Russian.
Old.
Also, I think this is probably
some steps in the wall.
More nostalgic game for the Eastern Bloc European countries. That would explain why the accent sounds so bad in this game, and the translation has, I've seen a couple errors, maybe one. So we get a spooky sound effect, we get a load screen, and look at this.
This is not an inviting place.
Honestly, for point and click adventure games, this is the distance that the camera should always be. Really, really close. This looks so good compared to trying to do the puzzle, which I skipped, to open the sewers. This is so good watching it on a TV from 10 feet away at 720p. The graphics aren't great, of course, and this is a 2011 game where the graphics probably weren't great even then, but just not having the screen full of a bunch of unimportant garbage is better. Seems like there's nothing here, so either we're gonna find Angela dead or we're gonna find Reggie dead. We did see something that could indicate that Angela is the master of the cult, because they said that the cult members are only known to the master. So you could secretly be a member of the cult and still be in the process of being pursued by another member of the cult. So there's around the bend, there's to the right, and back the way, and upwards. Let's see where upwards takes us. Like,
there's an iron ladder on the wall. I ought to be somewhere under the car park or thereabouts.
So if I go up here, what would be there?
There's a metal cover at the top of the ladder. It's not gonna move an inch.
So this is probably under the car, if I was to guess. That would make sense. Did we look at all the hotspots? You can kind of cheat here because you can have very little in a sewer section. There's a sewer section in the first game that pretty much had very little. If the stories are supposed to be exactly paralleled, we should be actually rather close to the end.
Just never know.
Although I kind of don't think I am. I could be close to the end of this part of the game, but
What was that?
I swear I heard that there was flashbacks for at least the last third of this game. I thought it was the last half. So if there's a whole nother game of flashbacks as soon as I get the Gordon family history, I don't know if I can really put up with that. The setup here has not been that good. It seems like somebody is definitely running around. We can go back right, back left. We can go front right, front left. And if we see an intersection like this, then we've now learned that there's quite a maze here. There was a maze in the first game.
It stinks especially bad in this section.
Like, the maze element. Am I supposed to, like, set a fire? I don't know what I do with the match or sparkler. Let's see, let's try it. Let's just see.
There's just one single match in the box. I ought to think carefully about what I could do with it.
And apparently this is going to make sound every now and then. Game? Game? Might have to save and exit. Well, maybe this is the lockup again. Let's try the alt tab trick that I learned last recording. Then let's see if we can click over here. There's something in their video engine. Alt tabbing out again, alt tabbing back in. There's something in their video engine that's screwed up. And for some reason it seems like you can still do some things. Seriously. Well, let me, on the fly, let's see. Let's see, what can we do? Broken, no, black. I keep wanting to call this Broken Sword. Black Mirror 2. Sewer. Bugged. Let's see. And see, there's no official support for this game, really. And there's just like a general discussions on Steam, and the developer THQ Nordic, or at least it's labeled the developer, specifically says post your bugs here in this one thread, when it's very standard to have each person post their let's see, caps lock? Why would that have anything to do with anything? Let's see if the arrow keys actually do anything. Doubt it. Which makes this thread just full of Russian and German and complaints about issues that are not the issue I'm having right now. So trying to find the solution through a Google search is impossible. Do I need to just crash the game and start over? Do I need to just save scum on this? Like, so many things. Controller support being complained about. Suppose while I'm doing this I can Alt-Tab out. Maybe give it a second. Alt-Tab back in. A lot of German complaints. Alright, in all seriousness, why am I even bothering with this? Why not just give up? Why not just rage quit? Like... Like, I'm playing this on Windows 10, it should be running just fine. The only things that are slightly getting solved as far as bug is if somebody is actually not having a bug and they're instead just lost. And here's the first 5 pages in, first person to put a ridiculous amount of information. As far as like what their computer specs are. Okay, well, I'm sitting here and I can't do anything again, and this is exactly where we were last recording too. So let me see if I can fix this again, or if I am really finally to the point where I'll just rage quit this game that definitely deserves being rage quit. Be back. Okay, I'm back. Didn't find a solution, so I guess we're just gonna try and save scum. I got to this point, so save here, move to the next area, just try it again. I saw no other people complain about that, and on top of nobody else complaining about it, like, the Alt-Tab trick didn't work this time. Maybe if I set the resolution back down. See, we always get to this point, and I'm wondering if these are the same locations or different. And I kind of think that maybe what changes, and which would crash the game, is when that happens. So it seems like there's at least 2 areas, and I want to just move as fast as possible. Also, kind of don't want to get lost in this maze.
I've already just been here. I think I've gone around in a circle.
Well, you know what? We got breadcrumbs. How about we use these?
Breadcrumbs? Like in case I lose my way in the forest.
Yeah, like in case you lose your way in a sewer that you're lost in. Seriously? There seems like there's no solution or indication or anything.
Oh, that stinks. We have like one stinky area,
and then otherwise we are, it seems, going in circles. I didn't get the pipe this time.
It stinks especially bad in this section.
This is where it locked up before.
Now I'm in the same section of the tunnel I've just been in.
How is this working? Are we going in figure eights, or is this just magically teleporting us? Like his iron bar.
Hey, there's a metal bar on the wall. I'm taking it with me. You just never know.
You know, I think this would probably be a good point to save scum again. I'm thinking maybe there's a system here. And of course, the walkthrough has already said that there is actually a rather simple solution. I don't know what it is, but it's set in stone, so this isn't a randomized. Wait, is this a piece of wood? I saw in the walkthrough there was a piece of wood you collected, and okay. If we go back where we were from, that makes sense. So let's try to stay within this one section and see where these 4 sections go. So I'm gonna just walk out of place and then walk back. And this should start us off from that corner. Yes, this does. What else do we have to interact with besides a grate?
I don't exactly know what all these grates are for. Maybe they're here to stop all the big pieces of float sim. Or they're here to stop folks breaking into houses from the drains.
Which, I guess that's what I'm doing? We didn't really get a straight answer on why we're doing whatever we're doing.
Seems to be holding.
This is going to be an embarrassing way to die. That's just safety save. I'll just go ahead and safety save over the save before. We don't need to make thousands of saves. Although, who knows?
A real dream. Angelina will be able to tell from 100 yards off that I'm coming to her rescue.
So maybe that's all I needed to do.
Oh!
Yep. That's what I thought. See, that automatic save games happened, I guess, 30 seconds or less after I did that. No surprise there. Here. Can we do anything with the knife there? Or the lockpit? Or, you know, do we even have the rod still? So we're not ready for that. I have to applaud the game for being realistic there and killing me for doing something pretty dumb. This is an odd camera angle. I almost think, is this a glitch? There's a hole. And backwards. What's in the hole?
Ah! I hate rats.
Like one jump scare, hours and hours into a
No way
game.
I'm putting my hand in there.
Let's see. Hey, can we put a knife, a sparkler in there?
There's just one single match in the box. An entirely ordinary...
I can still go backwards. Now that they made the camera way too close in that instance. Here's a wooden beam. That's what we needed.
Huh. A piece of timber about 1.5 feet long.
As compared to all of this other pieces of wood that you could have probably found the piece off. So, I guess you only get lost in the sewers if you go down this direction and then continue down in that direction. Otherwise, this area has been, in my mind, fully mapped. At least everything off of this section. And now
a real dream. Angelina will be able to tell from 100 yards off that I'm coming to her rescue.
This can't be an entertaining or fun section since it's bugged. And yeah, you can really tell from the back half of this game there's just like
she's definitely got to be on this side of the grate.
Alright. Go and make another safety save. Make a new one this time. And one assumes that this takes you back. Alright. So we're watching a lot of somebody was paid to animate that crawling animation.
Got to be on this side of the grate.
So we'll check this one, then come back, check this one, then come back and check this one, and then come back, like we did before. No clue as far as what's going to happen. Seems like these sections in particular are indicators of dead ends. If I have to crawl through one of these sections.
It stinks especially bad in this section.
So unless there's an especially bad in this section indicator, this needs to be different.
It stinks especially bad in this section.
It's like no hot spots. We saw two sections it stunk in, and one section it didn't. So let's try the one it didn't. And then go this way. And we're still not getting any stinking comments, so let's go this way. How is this a logical puzzle, though? Just follow the section that doesn't stink. I guess that's the truth.
A pipe which goes off downwards at an angle and hangs here. That's a piece of fabric. Could be from a blouse.
You have no clue what Angela was wearing.
And it doesn't look like it's been hanging all that long. I hope it's not Angelina's. But whose else could it be?
Oh, I didn't want you to go through the pipe
steeply downwards.
Immediately.
I can't see where it ends. It's big enough to climb into. Now, is she down there? Angelina! Angelina!
So much for a stealthy entrance.
Nothing.
Still a lot of indication that this is where I would be going. I don't see any hotspots. Yeah, I don't see any magnifier things. So go down the pipe or don't. Suppose another safety save. Why not? And go down the pipe.
I just hope that the pipe doesn't get any narrower down there, and that I can't find a way back outside.
You better hope there's no liquid in the pipe, and you drown to
Damn
death.
slippery, as though somebody had greased the pipe with... Ah! Ah! Oh!
Oh yeah, I remember in the first game there was a
Damn.
whole weird section where you
As if someone
ended
has
up
put
in a
oil all
mine
over
for
the
no
pipe.
reason.
Oh, the stupid soul key is cracked. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Huh. I've still got the camera. The flash might help.
This is gonna be like some kind of jump scare section. Wait a minute. If I had a flash on the camera the whole time, then why was I not willing to use that earlier?
That's definitely no longer the sewer. But what's that here?
Like this is, it's not unheard of to have a hidden object game where you are in the dark as a way of changing things up. I'm not sure it's a great gimmick. Seems like there's only one place to take a picture. It doesn't even seem like it really wants to work.
It almost looks like a bunker. Or a prison?
So I'm like right clicking the camera.
And it is,
Get the
too.
snap.
I have to get out of here. And I need another light source.
Just use this with this.
The sparkler will perhaps burn a bit longer than the match, but most definitely not long enough for me to get myself out of here.
I see a button. Am I
There's
walking
something
towards
like a
it?
metal door here. Some kind of handle, but the door won't open.
There's a power box next to it. Let's see, metal door, handle. This is
Damn.
not good.
It won't work. I can't get the door open like that. I need some proper light.
This is just dumb. This is just an excuse to have you in the dark. Like, I see metal doors. Over here is something, which is clearly the pipe.
That's the pipe that I slid down. I can feel a slippery substance on the floor.
Can I find this slippery substance? Start the oil on fire?
What's that?
Cloth.
I've got it.
So can I now wrap the cloth or put these two together or just start this on fire?
If I light the rag, it'll probably blaze for a short while. But then after a few seconds, that'll be it. I need light for longer.
Wow, all my ideas getting shut down.
That's the soul key. Or what's left of it. It shattered into lots of little pieces.
So I'm just
I'm afraid
blindly
there's nothing I can do with that.
clicking on everything. One assumes that there's not a secret. Use the camera on something to unlock an extra unlockable. Which, frankly, I guess I probably missed several opportunities for that.
It feels like rough fabric, but much heavier. And it's very long. A hose.
Okay.
A metal thing. A bucket. There's something slimy in it. Oil. Stale, old oil.
Okay. So if we use a old rag with a bucket of oil.
I'll dip the cloth in the oil. Okay, it's drenched in oil, just like my hand.
And I assume the oil-soaked rag won't just work with the match.
That would burn well, but I couldn't carry a burning rag with me. And just having light here wouldn't really help me any further.
Can't combine something with the rag to make it act more like a torch. So there's something else somewhere.
Must be a hose. Must be a hose.
Okay, what else is on this screen? This is so dumb. Like, video games, interactive media. That includes audio and visual. We've only got slight visual here. And not enough interaction to make up for the fact that you're losing all of that visual. Let's see. Got something else over here, which is in the section of where the inventory would be.
There's something very cold lying here. Metal. A pole or a tube.
It's pretty obvious what we're building.
It really is a tube. About 18 inches long and quite heavy.
This could have been a puzzle that would have been done at the very beginning of the game when we were in the basement.
The thick oil slowly running down the bar. But the cloth ought to hold. I've stuffed a corner into the opening of the tube.
So are we supposed to do anything with this? Nope. Try this now. Wait, you finally let that happen.
I'll stick it here in the wall. I don't really want hot oil running over my fingers. Here we go. My last match. Very good.
Well, that sucked. Let's do another, like, safety save. Just to be certain. Like, I'm gonna have to be obsessive now about saving. So we can look at this, maybe take a picture of it.
There's nothing I can do with that.
Let's see. Water tank. Wasn't unlockable. So that'll probably tell me I missed something in sewers. The unlockables being based on things you take pictures of would make more sense if it was
a very
scenic themes or people only.
Two huge
the
metal
idea
tanks,
that it could be anything,
perhaps for
is
fuel or oil,
doubling the amount of
could also be water
gameplay
tanks
for very little reason. Let's see.
I don't need a bucket. Even with the light on, it looks like a hose. Even with the light on, it looks like a hose.
We got a switch box, which just like the basement.
A kind of switchboard with a handful of switches and fuses.
Now we can see everything we can click on. Which frankly, that should have just been on by default. There's only 3 things here.
I'm not gonna get up this slippery pipe like
Oops.
this. I don't want to go up there before I found Angelina anyway.
So we assume this is the mines, and I guess that would have been...
I'm not gonna get up this slippery pipe like this.
Like, this was the mine where they were making some money, I guess, in Willow Creek. But then the mines got shut down too?
Some kind of oversized tap. There's a connector for a hose on it.
Well, geez, maybe I should use the hose with the outlet.
Even with the light on, it looks like a hose. Huh. It seems to be normal water. No, I don't want to flood everything. Even with the light on, it looks like a...
So we're gonna do something with the hose, but not right now. Suppose we're gonna use the knife on the switch box? No? Maybe we're just gonna activate the switch box and enter a puzzle.
Switchboard with a handful of switches and fuses.
Maybe I didn't look at the metal door.
No wonder I couldn't open the door in the dark. It's been blocked with a pole. And it's a sliding door. The metal rails on the wall and floor give that away. That would suggest that I'm in some kind of a bunker. They're usually sliding doors in bunkers because you can still open them after an explosion.
So take this metal bar to replace the metal bar we just got earlier.
Of course, the door won't open with that there. I'll take it out of the way.
And then he just puts it down immediately. Let's see if we can open it.
The door isn't that easy to open.
Now maybe I can interact with the switch box.
Perhaps I can open the door with that.
This game is so petty about having you play the game the way they want you to play it. Like, if I have an idea that's 95% similar to what the way the writers and producers had as far as what I'm supposed to do, it's still not good enough for them. I still have to look at the door before I can try something at all.
Nothing's happening.
Seems like we need to...
The door isn't that easy to open.
Do something else. Here's a cable. Let's look at the cable. That's new.
A few loose wires are hanging out of the box. Looks as though they've been pulled out on purpose. I'll stick them in again.
So it could be that Angelina came up the pipe and then locked the door and then poured oil down it so nobody could follow her.
So let's see. Oh, there's even a light switch. This one here must be the switch for the door. The label makes it somewhat easier.
So it's not even a puzzle there.
It works.
Not even a puzzle there. Wow. I kind of assume I'm gonna come back in this area later.
The door is open and the light is on. There's nothing else I can do here.
And it doesn't seem like I'm going to do anything right now, so let's just move forward.
A big dark room and bars. I can hardly make anything out.
We've been expecting you, Darren.
What is this? Who are you?
One day, you will be our guest.
What are you gonna do? What have you done with Angelina?
Hmm. He's pointing to a bloody
No.
locker.
No!
Hmm.
I'm going now. By the way, escape is impossible. This is an old Second World War bunker. There are meter-thick concrete walls, steel, and rock between you and freedom.
Hmm. So this guy is really hiding his identity.
We'll come for you in a few days, Darren. I wish you a pleasant stay.
Damn it! What do you want from me? Why did you have to use Angelina as bait? Why her? I'm gonna find you. Ugh.
So we've gotten to the second murder, I guess. And man, has it been a long process. There's all kinds of things. Can I go back to the middle door? I don't think so. Maybe? Like, why would you have gel bars on
I
a
won't budge an
bunker?
inch.
Unless they were added later. It's just all kinds of things. Maybe we'll pick up a bunch of it.
chain that's
and
about
it'll
2 yards long.
add to our inventory in a significant amount. There was a definite point earlier in the game where we had way too many things in our inventory, and we're approaching that again. And then we'll probably find a solution that will clear out most of the things in our inventory.
A cheap camping table with a chair. I guess this is supposed to be the comfortable corner of my jail?
Say aluminum dish.
Looks like ready meals in aluminum trays. That's not the kind you'd get in the supermarket. Looks more like it's a to-go tray.
Camping
A camping
stove.
stove. Presumably I'm supposed to heat up my food with it.
So it seems like they need Darren for whatever plan they have.
That's one of those things you can light gas with. The metal part is rubbed with a kind of flint and then makes sparks.
And we're kind of in this weird position because I was thinking we'd just get the Gordon family history and that would be the end of the story. I could see now going to a flashback from solving this next puzzle, and or going to a flashback even right now while he's stuck in jail, because that would be a literary way of having a break in the present day story and telling a past day story. But there's been no indication that there is any kind
soups,
of flashback
apricots,
story.
beans.
So it's gonna come out of nowhere if it
I don't intend to
happens
stay down
at
here
all.
long enough to eat all
Otherwise,
this.
I'm just incredibly mistaken. I can take the aluminum tray. We're getting all of these items for nothing.
I'll just take one.
There's still a few things. Cell lock, and then like 2 magnifiers here saying cell lock and cell door, and then the bars of the gate, and the water bottles, and we've just got a lot. And apparently somebody else has been trapped down here before, so they've already done this. And not gonna be a safety save this time, just a regular save. More frustration, but we've moved out of the sewer section, so we can move forward. I'm not sure I'm fully reinvigorated to the point where I want to continue moving forward in this game still, but I've yet to hit that point where I'm ready to rage quit either. So that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, I'm asking people to gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good